The history of the first New Year's celebration. The first New Year's celebration is very old. It began in ancient times. The first known New Year's festival happened in Mesopotamia, around 2000 BCE. Mesopotamia is the region between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. It was the home of the ancient civilizations, like the Babylonians. The ancient Babylonians celebrated the New Year in March. This was because the first day of the New Year was connected to the spring equinox. The spring equinox is a time when the day and night are equal in length. The Babylonians celebrated the New Year with a festival called Akitu Festival. This festival lasted about 11 days. During the Akitu Festival, people gave thanks to the gods. They asked for a good harvest and protection from problems in the future. They celebrated with food, music, and rituals. This was the first known celebration of the New Year in history. The changes in New Year's celebration. The idea of celebrating the New Year spread to other ancient cultures over time. These celebrations were connected to nature, the seasons, and the calendar. The ancient Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans also had their own ways of celebrating the New Year. In the Roman Empire, the New Year was linked to January 1st. This happened with the creation of the Julian calendar. The Julian calendar was introduced by Roman Emperor Julius Caesar in 46 BCE. This calendar set January 1st as the first day of the year. The Roman people celebrated New Year's Day by honoring Janus, the Roman god of beginnings and doorways. Janus was the god who looked both to the past and the future. That is why January is named after Janus. The celebration of the New Year on January 1st became popular in Roman times and influenced many other cultures. How the January 1st date spread. The adoption of January 1st as New Year's Day spread to other countries through the Roman Empire. Many societies adopted this date over time. However, different cultures celebrated the New Year in different ways and at different times. For example, in ancient China, the New Year was celebrated according to the lunar calendar. This was different from the solar-based Julian calendar used by the Romans. Other groups also celebrated the New Year on different dates, depending on the seasons and nature. Over time, the Julian calendar became the Gregorian calendar, which is the calendar used today by most of the world. The Gregorian calendar still uses January 1st as the first day of the new year. How New Year's is celebrated today. Today, the New Year is celebrated in many countries around the world. Most countries use January 1st as the first day of the new year. The celebration includes fireworks, parties, food, and traditions. Many people make New Year's resolutions, which are promises to improve their lives in the coming year. New Year's celebrations vary in different countries. For example, in the United States, people watch fireworks and have parties in Times Square in New York City. In China, the New Year is celebrated according to the lunar calendar, and it is called the Chinese New Year. In Scotland, there is a special celebration called Hogmanay. In Japan, there are traditional customs like visiting shrines and eating special foods. The importance of New Year's in history. The celebration of New Year's has always been a way for people to start fresh. It is a time to say goodbye to the past year and welcome the new one with hope and happiness. Ancient people celebrated the New Year to connect with their gods, ask for blessings, and prepare for a successful new beginning. The first known New Year's celebration is very old, starting with the Babylonians. The Akitu Festival was a way for them to thank their gods for a good harvest and pray for protection. Over time, different cultures added their traditions to New Year's celebrations. Today, the tradition of celebrating the New Year is a mix of old and new customs. People all over the world gather with family and friends to celebrate this special day. Conclusion. The first New Year's celebration can be traced back to ancient Mesopotamia, around 2000 BCE. The Babylonians celebrated the New Year in March with the Akitu Festival. This was the first known festival to mark the New Year in history. Later, the Romans introduced January 1st as New Year's Day with the Julian calendar. They celebrated this date by honoring the god Janus, the god of beginnings. Today, the New Year is celebrated on January 1st in most countries, and it is a time of hope, joy, and new beginnings. The history of New Year's celebrations is a journey through time and different cultures. It shows how traditions can spread and change as societies come together. Every New Year's Day reminds us of the opportunity to start fresh and look forward to new possibilities. Thank you for watching us. I would be happy if you like it.